Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for last night's shit show. A 2-0 home defeat to Birmingham. An uphill struggle again from the first 10 minutes. Same as Bolton, 2 games in a row. As I said last night, you know, we are absolutely banging trouble, make no mistake. Having said that, it's definitely fixable. I don't think we need to change too much to get it right. But let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that Neil Harris picked to start the match. Jordan Archer in goal, Marlon Romeo right back, James Meredith left back, Jake Cooper with Sean Hutchinson alongside him, Ryan Leonard and Sean Williams in the centre of midfield, Shane Ferguson on the left, Jed Wallace on the right, and up front we saw the return of Steve Morison to partner Lee Gregory. Surprised to see Morison come back, as obviously the club has said he'd be out for 2 weeks. Don't know if that's a bit of fake news or he made a miraculous recovery. Let's go through the team. I wouldn't have picked that team, and the reasons why. I put a tweet out earlier, and I don't know if anyone saw it, but if you didn't see it, here it is. And the tweet I put out there looks a bit harsh on Morison, but I'll explain myself in a minute on that one. Meredith, yeah. Williams, yeah. Let's start at the back. Archer can't fault him. The back four, something's not right, and I can't pinpoint what it is, but they're all underperforming. Hutchinson even. James Meredith, I wouldn't have started James Meredith last night. And the reason I wouldn't have started James Meredith is nothing to do with his defensive duties at all. It's everything to do with him going forward. He's a good player for our club, and I don't want to dig him out, but as good as a defender as he is, his distribution and his crossing is absolutely horrendous. It's so bad. And I think that's why he hasn't gone on to play at a high level. He gets forward, but he doesn't get on the overlap. I mean, and he doesn't get any crosses in. So we never get anything. That's the left cancelled out straight away, unless Fergie puts something in. As opposed to the other side where you see, alright, Jed Wallace is a great player. You see Romeo, when he plays, gets beyond Jed and gets crosses in, and that's the only place we really get crosses in, if we get crosses in at all. So last night I would have played Shane Ferguson at left back, and he forgot I was going to pick them, and I would have played Yuri Skalak left mid. Now for me, Skalak done enough when he come on against Bolton, having scored a goal, to show, you know, they deserved the start last night. We need more attacking intent going forward. We need to be more hungry going forward. Yes, we're shipping a lot of goals, but at the same time, we can't fucking score in it. You need to score to at least give yourself a chance of getting something out of the game. And we just don't ever look like we don't create anything. As I said, rumours Lee Gregory may leave. He wants to leave. But I don't fucking blame him, if I'm honest. He must be so frustrated. It must be, as a forward in our team, must be one of the most frustrating sides to play in. It really must be, because we don't create anything. Midfield, central midfield, Saville's a massive loss. Let's have it right now. Ryan Leonard's got himself booked. I've looked at both back last night, and the first one's a booking. He doesn't need to make the tackle because Hutchinson's got him covered, but he lunges in anyway in a nothing area in the halfway line out wide, and he gets booking. The second one, I didn't really see it at the time, so I couldn't comment. I've just watched it back on the highlights. He could have got a straight red for that. Unfortunately, in the laws of the game, you lift both feet off the floor, you put yourself in a firing line. He potentially, I wouldn't have been surprised if he got a straight red for that. As it was a definite second yellow at least, and we're down to 10 men after 30 minutes. Now, after that, strangely, we started playing better. We went to a compact free, Fergie went out, Tunnicliffe came in, who I thought had a good game. The problem I've always had with Tunnicliffe in the past is he doesn't do enough. He's like a crab. He goes sideways and backwards. He doesn't do enough for me with the ball moving it forward, and we need to create chances. But I think with him coming into a central tight midfield, they made it compact with him, Williams and Jed. I think that really shows that, you know, Jed can play central, because Jed was absolutely unplayable last night at times. Phenomenal, brilliant. We picked up massively when we went down to 10 men, and we stopped shipping the ball on to Morison, which is, work that one out. And what we keep doing in games, we keep giving ourselves an uphill start to then get the reaction to play well, and we've got to take that into the start of the games. We can't wait for things to go tits up. You know, we got to have that mentality of and hunger at the start. Not, you know, wait till we think the world's against us and now we'll club together to try and get a result. Yeah, in the midfield, say Jed was unplayable. Tunnicliffe was superb. To be honest, to be fair to him, and that is the central two I'd start on Sunday away at Bristol City. Jed has got a potential to play central. He's said before at previous clubs that he likes to play central. Let's be honest, he's our most creative player. One of the very few in our squad, along with Fred, who's out on loan, that will get the ball and have the bollocks to run at the hard defences. No one else will do it. So why are we just sticking him out on the right and taking him out of the game? He's our most influential player on the ball, I'd say. Everything attacking goes through Jed. So why are we wasting him out on the wing? He's just signed a new contract. He's matured a bit in age. He's got some games under his belt now in the Championship. Let's really try and make a player of him. People were saying to me, you know, last night, oh, well, you're blaming Harris, but Harris didn't really have the players to pick from. The mistakes that Harris, for me, made last night was he played Meredith when he should have played Fergie left back and Scalak left mid, which would have made us a lot more attacking, which would have made Fergie get on the overlap for Scalak. It would have also allowed Scalak to cut in, as he does, and he has got a good delivery, you can't deny that. And then the biggest mistake of all to me was to play Steve Morison. Now, the tweet that I put out earlier, it may have sounded harsh on Morison, but it was in no way directed at Morison. Steve Morison is a professional footballer. His job is to go out and play football. Now, if you're, I don't know, an accountant or whatever, a roofer, and the boss says to you, I want you to finish this file, I want you to finish these accounts, you ain't going to tell him bollocks. You're going to go and do it, and you're going to try and do your job to the best of your ability. And that's what Morison has done. But Neil Harris, you know, I'm very much Harris in, but he needs to wake up and smell the coffee, because there's things going wrong that everyone can see. And he needs to realise that the world doesn't end at Steve Morison. There is life beyond Steve Morison. Now, last year, the direct tactics worked. We've been rumbled. Second season syndrome's kicked in. And Morison is now a year older. He has not got 90 minutes anymore. It's painful to watch. As much as I love the man, it's painful to now see him being put in this position by our manager. All day long, Aidan O'Brien should have played up front yesterday. Okay, he may not be an out-and-out striker, but what Aidan did against Bolton is he dropped deep. And that's going to help link Jed with a front with him and Gregory as well. And it's so obvious. I can't work out why nothing's being done. That's in my opinion. I think it's so fucking obvious. And I'm amazed that Morison started the game. And I'm amazed he stayed on. When we went down to 10 men, we were absolutely struggling for legs. And he leaves Steve Morison on his. You know, we all know what Morison is capable of. He's the 5th all-time top scorer at the club. And I, for one, absolutely love him. You know, I've always defended him on this channel. But now the manager's not being fair to him, what he's doing. He's not being fair to Morison. He can't keep putting him in that position and just shipping these long fucking balls, because when Elliot plays up front, we are direct, but we're not as direct. When Elliot come off Saturday and Aidan O'Brien come on, we started playing football. Last night we went down to 10 men, we went to a compact 3 in midfield. We started playing football. Now, as long as he's got an hole in his arse, Neil Harris is going to play 4-4-2, unfortunately. So we need to grin and bear that and make the best of what we've got. Now, what we've got up front is Aidan O'Brien and Lee Gregory. They have to be the front two. You know, Morison doesn't win any headers anymore. And, you know, it's his age. It's just the stage he's at in his career. Yes, he used to win every header, knock him down for Gregory. We remember it well. The partnership they had, but that has now gone. It's finished. Forget it, Neil. It's over. You've got to drop. You can't play Morison. Simple as that. He cannot play for 90 minutes. You're going to have to play Aidan O'Brien and pursue with it until Christmas, until we can get things sorted in the new year, obviously, the transfer window. So, yeah, it's not so much a post-match analysis, but it's more of a rant. I mean, second half, we was superb. As I said, you know, it's a shame we have to wait for things to go wrong to get a reaction from the team and the crowd, because for the first 10 minutes yesterday, all we did was give the ball away, and everything just felt deflated. The stands, the crowd was fucking awful, and I mean numbers, and I mean sound. It was the red buttons killing that for us, but you can just sense something's not right in the air. A couple of decisions went against us, obviously, with the ref, and I can't buy into this ref shit. Everyone goes, the ref did this, the ref did that. The ref didn't make our players come out and have no absolute confidence, have a Route 1 game plan that's been sussed out. The ref didn't get us sent off. The ref didn't make us concede after 10 minutes because we kept giving the ball away. You know, and we're clutching. I think a few of us are clutching here at straws. Oh, it's the ref. No, it wasn't the ref. We're not good enough at the minute, and we need to sort it out and quickly, because otherwise we are going to get relegated. It's as simple as that. And I'm sure after last year's superb work, we don't want to become undone, you know, like we are at the minute. We've got to get ourselves out of this hole, and the only way to get out of this hole is, one, to play football. And last night we showed again. Say you pull at a lion's tail and they'll react, and that's when we got the reaction. When the fans felt the ref wasn't giving stuff out, and after then it got sent off, everyone was up for it. Everyone rose to the occasion. But by then it was too late. Birmingham wasn't really committing forward, and as well as we did in the second half, and as hard as we fought, and as much possession as we had 2 shots on target. It was the free kick from Jed and the rebound. We still didn't forge that many chances. And on top of that, if you looked at Birmingham, they was deliberately sitting deep. They wasn't really venturing out their half, because they knew they could soak up the pressure. We wasn't going to create much. And when the time was right and we was out of gas, they did us for 2-0. The second goal, shit. I've watched that back again today. Romeo's on his own at the front post trying to mark a player and clear the ball. Yeah, no one on the front post. All right, it was down to 10 men. Morison's missed it. Archer couldn't do a lot. I mean, Archer's come good. Last 2 games, Archer's probably been our best player, along with Gregory. So it says a lot of how badly we are absolutely struggling. But Bristol City, I'd be amazed if we get anything out of it. And we need to start picking points up somewhere, because the Den used to be our fortress, and at the minute it's fucking not looking good, is it? So that's your lot for this post-match analysis video. I didn't really want to do it, to be honest, but got to remain professional throughout, yeah. But there you go. This is life. This is football, and I'm sure we will bounce back at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.